Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's sharing of Harmonize to Energize, an opportunity for myself and others to share different self-help practices from the teachings of Mary Burmeister and Jiro Marai. For those of you that are new, Jin Shin Jyutsu is an art of harmonizing life energy through the body, through energy pathways, left and right side of the spine, and what we call safety energy locks on the body. Excuse me 1 second. When we release these safety energy locks, energy that may have been blocked through any soul, heart, mind, body issues begins to gently release and harmonize our total being on all those levels, as already mentioned. Anyway, I hope you're all doing very well. And today I thought I'd continue our exploration of self-help by going back to something I began a few years back, helping people look at the different projects which Mary indexed in some of the self-help books. I used to have this here little newsletter that used to be on the website. For some reason I can't find it anymore. So anyway, good enough reason to practice with it now. So those of you that have copies of the self-help books, today we're going to look at something in self-help book 2, how to harmonize knees. And there's an index, as some of you who've got the book will know. At the back is an index. There's a back. And under K, strangely enough, is the word knee. And it gives you 2 pages, pages 30 and pages 40. So those of you that have it, page 30 and page 40, let's have a look before we go any further. And Mary is looking at safety energy lock number 10 there. And as always, she gives more than one way of releasing. And between pages 30 and 40, which is actually page 40 is safety energy lock 15, she gives 4 different ways of helping unblock our knees. So I'm going to show you the 4 ways that she offers to us. And then I invite you to choose just one of them. I often tend to use all 4 different ways and subdivide them into the 36 breaths, 4 sets of 9. We're still going to practice the 36 breaths if you want, or even more. But I'm going to suggest that we go a little bit deeper with just one practice. So, 4 different ways of releasing or helping to release and harmonize blockages in the knees. The knee of the other knee is, first one, high 19s. So for those of you that are new, just place your opposite hand on the opposite tricep, bicep region and hold it, and then do the same thing with the other. Sometimes it's tricky to hold both at once for people according to physical proportions. So Mary offers this, holding one and opposite high. 1. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Then she offers the finger, or one of the fingers, and it's the index fingers, the indices. Holding all together. You can subdivide these fingers to bust line, waistline, hip line, if you want to do that, and you find one area is a little bit more tighter than the other. Knees kind of sit between bust line and waistline, so if you do have knee problems, it's possible that the middle segment of that finger will be tighter than the others. And then last but not least, the 15s, which as we know are in the groin, holding the 15. So 4 different ways of relaxing the knees with ease. And remember, as we're learning to allow energy to harmonize, we need to be sure that we're as relaxed as possible. And we talk about the exhale from the safety energy lock 4, the occiput, through those 15s to the big toe, and back from the big toe through the 15s to the 4, dog to God, man's best friend to man's best friend. Is as we exhale, the energy moves down, we let go of what we don't need in order to build something new, and then we purify on the inhale what we've just built even further, bringing up the energy from 7, 15 to 4. And we're going to do that 9 times. And the choice is yours, whichever hold you want to be. Those who got the book, great. If not, remember, this one, either this one or this one, and you can choose left or right, or finally, in the groin, the 15s. So I'll give you exactly 2 seconds to choose one of those poses. 1, 2. And here we go. And what we're going to do, whichever pose we've chosen, we're going to sit up as straight as we can, relax those shoulders, drop them. And imagine you're in an elevator and the shoulders are dropping down, down, down in the elevator through the 15s to the 7s as you exhale. Bow slightly and smile. If you can. Fake it till you make it if you need to. Let it go. Let the energy move through all the energy pathways, down, down, down to the big toe, and actually even beyond. Deep into the earthing wire in the electrical cable is the same thing. It's grounding us. It's dissipating energy we don't need. And then as it returns, it's regenerating us. Pure cosmic energy back through the 7, back through the 15, 2, up to the 4. So that was 1, at least in my math. Now we'll count another 8 with whatever hold you are doing. Just 1 hold. Here we go. 8 more times. Closing eyes helps you to block out unnecessary stimulation. It's a good idea. And feel that energy, if you can, moving down. Feel the connection with your feet to the ground beneath. And then as it returns, moving back up, replenishing, regenerating. And each time you exhale, you're letting go in order to grow. Letting go of the dirt, dust, and greasy grind. Our mind tells us to hold on to way more than we need. Our soul, on the other hand, is trying to prompt us to not worry, be frightened, not be angry, sad, or anxious. Listen to that. Breathing in, the inhale, cosmic purified energy. That's 2. Third breath, here we go. Admittedly, my metabolic rate is going to be different from yours, so if you're ahead of me, no competing, no comparing. Good show. So down, 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 keeping that energy free. And as you let go, what you don't need anymore, or what you don't know if you don't need anymore, let go of it anyway. Just gently inhale, bring in the cosmic purified energy, gently but powerfully, through the energy pathways in the body, back to the window that lets in more light. Number 4. So those of you who are joining late, if you could look at page 30 and 40 of Self-Help Book 2, we're practicing one technique to help our knees. I'm holding my 15s. You can hold your index, your high 19s, or your high 19s and opposite high 1. And as we reach the 9th exhalation, inhalation, we can pause a little here. We can just sit with how we're feeling, who we're feeling. Just be the observer, the witness. Generally, you will be different from the person you were 9 breaths ago. Continue with the hold you began with. Another 9 exhalation, inhalations. Here we go. Drop those shoulders, drop those shoulders. Down, down, knee them down. Go beyond the status quo. Only those that know the song will get the joke. Knees, meet them down. Knees with ease. Letting the energy find its natural rhythm and unblocking our resistances. Let it go. And the deeper we allow the energy to move down, the deeper it can connect within us and move the energy back up. Maybe you're noticing some sensations around your knees. Maybe you're not. It's okay. It is what it is. Isn't it? It is what it is. And then again on the 9th exhalation, inhalation, we just slip into neutral. This is where I am, folks. My Yoda position. I could have done this. Meaning, those of you that read Facebook saw a picture of Yoda with his pole through his midline there. My favourite waste of time is to watch Yoda and Star Wars. So become the witness. Go into a universe far, far away from your thinking mind. Go into the soul universe. You'll find some solutions there in the peace that passeth all understanding. So now again, using whatever hold you chose. This one, this one, this one, this one. The next 9. Relax. Trust. Trust as you let go that you will grow. Feel if you can. Beautiful cosmic purified energy entering your body, filling you up from toe to head. Peaceful it is. Is it? No particular way, by the way, of breathing out and in, nose, mouth, whatever. Just be natural. No pressure. The precious breath of life. Feeding ourselves. Our cells need to exhale, let go of matter that they don't need, and inhale energy or chi to feed them. And all through the body there are examples of organs and systems that are letting go and filling up. When you've been driving your car to empty, running on empty, it's time to fill up with the cosmic fuel. Feel the fuel. You might ask yourself, how are you fueling? What do you fill yourself with? What are you thinking? So as we come into the 9th exhalation, inhalation, 3rd round, just remain in a neutral space. If your mind is still driving you nuts, let it go. It may take longer than 36 breaths sometimes to calm the mind. The mind is very used to habit. Tell it what to do enough times and it'll do it like clockwork. And of course, conversely, you change the message and it can do that like clockwork. So if you don't like all the worry, fear and stuff, change the message. And holding the energy locks, however we are, will help facilitate that much more easier. So now we enter the fourth set of 9, holding whatever you choose of what we talked about on page 30 and 40 of Self-Help Book 2. The final 9, the divine 9. Here we go. And as you come to the 9th exhalation, inhalation, you might want to give yourself a hug. Thumbs underneath the shoulder girdle, fingers to the side of the shoulder blade. If you can't do both at once, for body proportion reasons, use the high one. This time, same side. Yeah, you could go to the opposite side. You're the artist. And just sit in the relative peace it is it? And see how you feel, is it? So these are self-help methods that Mary talked about to help harmonize the knees with ease. Well, she didn't say that, I did, but when you sit a lot, especially in half lotus or lotus, not that I do, or you walk a lot, or you climb a lot, or you use your knees a lot, it's good to give them a break, not break them, just help them breathe more easily. And all these energy pathways that go through the knees support the breath, the bust line, heart and lungs, unburden it. So most issues with the knees are caused by issues that have not been resolved in the bust line often, or the regeneration flows, kidney, liver, spleen, that go through the knees. The ladder goes through the back of the knees, large intestine, side of the knees, stomach. All those flows, they need to be looked after. But in the main, it's the kidney, liver, spleen, and the 13 that need some attention if ye knees are giving ye some issues. So thank you, everybody that's still here. Give it a try. Experiment. And page 30 and 40, have a look at the different ways. And as I said, originally, these were on a sheet on the website, jsjinc.net. I couldn't find them when I looked for them the other day, so I'm going to ask Casey, have they disappeared? And anyway, you can download them if they return to their place. In the meantime, let us go and have a look what's going on in the world of Jin Shin Jyutsu. What's coming up? And here it is. www.jsjinc.net. Upcoming in-person and online events. Organic conversations with JSJ instructors Sarah Harper, Maria Miniello, and Jill Pasquinelli begins today. Here are all the times. 7:30, it started New York time. Registered today down here. Living the Art coming up with one of the trifecta. Sarah, June the 24th. Living the Art is one way of exploring Jin Shin Jyutsu self-help and receiving the status of a certified Jin Shin Jyutsu self-help teacher. It gives you greater depth of insight and practice. Thoroughly recommend it. Sarah's been doing it forever and she's very experienced. Here's your prices, here's your time. Your organizer is the very serene Mana Schouten Pruitt, who some of you may have remembered when she was on here, teaching us her self-help. Registered today. Coming up June 25th, the brain and the nervous system with Dr. Chus, Arias, MD, and prerequisite 1 5-day class, English with French translation. We'll explore the simplicity of the functions of the brain and the nervous system and the relationship of Jin Shin to brain and mind. Mary said the mind is the source of bondage or liberation, of sorrow or joy. Class dates and times, Paris time, here they are. Tuition €390. Register here today. Kat Barlier, or Catherine Barlier, is your organizer. Then July the 7th, an in-person basic 5-day taught by Cynthia Broshi, one of our very experienced instructors, July the 7th to July the 11th, Wednesday to Sunday. This is to introduce the 5-day material, textbook 1 and textbook 2, for those that want to expand their self-help knowledge or are building towards becoming a practitioner. Class size limited to provide COVID-compliant social distancing, hands-on practice available. You can call the organizer, Uzi, and contact him by email, call him, download the class flyer, sign up here or here if you're new or review. Now, if you missed any of our sharings, you can go and look here, click on the links, and on a fee for whatever class. If you're new, you might want to look at all the upcoming and past online class replays, because there you'll find the self-help classes and the core principles classes, which are very good for anyone who's just a complete beginner, if there's such a thing. So thank you. It was always a pleasure for me to introduce Harmonize to Energize to you all, new and experienced, and I look forward to joining with you once again next week. And actually, I think next week we've got a guest. Oh, good Lord, good heavens above. Yes, we have a guest, and I think she's coming all the way from India. Good Lord. I think it's pretty. Pretty from, her name is Pretty Jani, coming from India. So it'll be my honor and pleasure to introduce Pretty Jani from India. And she's done a lot of self-help with prisoners, actually, out there in India over a period of time. Very experienced is Pretty. And so we're going to look forward to that same time, same place, at least for me, here with Harmonize to Energize. Anyway, stay safe still. Keep well. May the peace be with you. It is peace. Peace it is. And until next time, au revoir, auf Wiedersehen, cheerio, ta-ta. Take care.